All right, baby, we back with our Super Bowl 58 recap. I'm your host, Young and You, my boy Hamilton James. Back with us again is Ben. Ben, how you doing this week, man?
Dude, we're doing good, Noah. How are you, my guy?
Dude, I'm stellar, man. Just staying busy. Just excited to be chopping up with you guys as always, man. Super Bowl 58, the Kansas City Chiefs win their second ring in a row. Patrick Mahomes has 3 Super Bowl titles already at the age of 28. Um, Niners lose a heartbreaker. They had the lead most of the game, and the fourth quarter, man, it's all it came down to. I will say this. I want to start off for the record just saying this. I do not think that the mullet was too big for Brock Purdy. I think he played exceptional for most of the game. I just think the play calling was a bit iffy from Shanahan, if anything. So that's kind of what kind of stood out to me from the Niners' offensive side. Their defense played a good game, actually, like most of the game. It's just like that fourth quarter, man. That last half of that fourth quarter, Mahomes just did his thing. So, Hamilton, I want to see what you got to spill on this one.
Bro, I'm piggybacking off you. I don't think Brock Purdy like I told you guys last week. For me personally, unless he stunk up the joint, it was completely terrible. I didn't think that I was gonna put the blame of the game on him. I thought Brock Purdy played well. I thought that some of his guys didn't show up, quite frankly. We could talk about the play calling of Kyle Shanahan. What's new? Kyle Shanahan not getting it done, throwing the game away in the fourth quarter and in overtime. We've seen that before. So I want to talk about the fact that Kittles didn't show up. Deebo Samuel didn't show up. CMC, he showed up, but he had 20, 30 touches on the football. What more did you want him to do? And he led the 49ers to the Mecca, if you ask me. I think Kyle Shanahan got rattled. I think to hear that he decided to use analytics instead of going for the feel of the game for the Super Bowl, that was kind of I wouldn't have admitted that. I also wouldn't have admitted that I didn't know the rules of the game. You mean to tell me that you guys have been hunting a Super Bowl for years now and you didn't know about the rules of the playoffs? How embarrassing. Crazy. How embarrassing. These guys have been talking about we have the team, we have the coach. You guys didn't even know that they get the ball back. And so I just thought that it was kind of silly. I think of that. Was it fourth quarter? I believe it would think of the fourth. No, it's still overtime. Still overtime where they decided to run the ball. It had Christian McCaffrey beasting, and then he got stopped one time on second and what was that, second and 6 or something like that or whatever. And then on third down, they decided to throw the ball, and no one decided to block for Chris Jones. So that right there was a wide open touchdown that Brock Purdy could have had he had 2 more seconds. How do you not block for Chris Jones? I just don't get it. There was a lot of late game, fourth quarter overtime mistakes that the 49ers made that cost them the game. And then at the end of the day, I'm thinking about the difference between the 2 drives. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, they were not going to be denied. And I just felt like if you want to blame Brock Purdy for anything, I thought maybe he could have did something a little bit different. Maybe he could have, ran the ball and gotten the yards himself or used more of his legs. But overall, I thought he played pretty well.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, man. I was gonna say earlier, bro, how does Ayuk and Debo have 3 catches, Kittle 2 catches? How does that happen?
I'm low key I'm kind of ready to say Debo's a little overrated. How many times are you going to be injured where we're going to use that as an excuse? Come on, bro, your hamstring of the Super Bowl. And you didn't, and even before the hamstring injury, he wasn't effective. It wasn't like he was killing and then the hamstring and he messed up. When OBJ tore his Achilles, or was ACL, tore his Achilles or ACL, whichever one that was in the Super Bowl, he was balling. He was balling. You know what I'm saying? It was a note. Debo wasn't balling. He wasn't balling before that. So I don't know. I'm kind of, and then Kittles too. Very disappointed. A rah dude. I thought he was going to have more than 2 catches, 3 catches or something like that. It was just disappointing overall. It just the 49ers weapons didn't show up.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, kind of piggyback on what you said about Debo Samuel. It's like I think it's kind of showed like Brandon Ayuk is almost like they use Debo in all sorts of situations and stuff. But I mean, look at the numbers. Ayuk is kind of taken over that spot over Debo at this point. Like Ayuk is a monster.
Yeah, totally. I mean, he had like what 75 catches for like over 1,400 yards this regular season. It's
Yeah,
like,
he was insane.
yeah, it's just like and then I saw this stat right now. I didn't realize it's like, dude, Debo had 3 catches on 11 targets. It's like, dude.
Yeah.
And then Juwan Jennings was your leading receiver this game.
Yeah, the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Juwan Jennings. He motherfucker threw a touchdown too. Like,
Yeah.
that was pretty wild. He's the second player in NFL history to have thrown and caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
That's insane.
Yeah. Besides, nonetheless, Nick Foles, the one and only. So yeah. There was I do think that one situation that really screwed over the Niners that a lot of people aren't really talking about is that muffed punt.
Yeah.
That was.
Was that the kicker's fault, or was that just good special teams defense right there?
I just think it was bad luck on the Niners side. That's just something you can't like. That's just incredibly bad time.
If he kicked and missed the field goal, that's a little bit different, but it got blocked. Because I did hear people like trying to blame him, but I'm like, man, that's true. If they had gotten that field goal, they're up 1. They don't have, we're talking differently, but. I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. Like with a team that's fully loaded, and we've been talking about how loaded this team is and how they've been ready. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I'm thinking more of the context of the narrative behind the 49ers and how they've been struggling, if you will, in the postseason for years now. Starting with the Super Bowl loss to Patrick Mahomes, and it seems like year after year we have this incredible team, and there's always an excuse. And I was like, what's the excuse this year? You know what I'm saying? You guys had your quarterback. You guys had everybody healthy, ready to go. You guys they didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? They did not show up. I'm sorry. Like
they didn't finish the game.
They didn't finish the game.
I will say though, I think like one moment that really like shifted like not only how the game is played, but big momentum shifter too was when Dre Greenlaw came on the field and ruptured his Achilles getting onto the field. That's you see one of your anchors on defense go down by a freak injury. That's kind of a hard thing to
that's true
rally around again,
That's true.
Like,
I tore my Achilles. I had to get 2 surgeries. So when I saw that, I was just flabbergasted. I was like, bro, like did he really just pop his Achilles just jumping up? And I mean, I felt bad. I definitely felt bad for him. And then it's a heartbreaker. You worked that hard your whole life. Forget the season, your whole life to get to that moment, and you can't even play because your body literally fails on you on a freak of nature accident. But then again, what I've been told about the Achilles is the reason why it's called the Achilles is because there's no real protection for that tendon right there. When it stretches and all that stuff, it's almost just kind of at the will of life and at your, the will of your body. But it low key could pop at any moment. When I was doing physical therapy, I heard about stories of old ladies literally popping their Achilles just taking a step off the curb. You know what I'm saying? Like, and obviously that's an old lady, but still, like, it just goes to show there's no protection right there for that specific body part or part of your body, and it's just a freak of nature accident, man.
100%.
Let me ask you guys a question though, because I kind of been seeing this in the social media world. Did you guys realize that the Chiefs got an extra like first down that they did not deserve? Did you guys see the video of that or anything? Hear about that?
I did not.
So okay, I'm definitely trying to have to find it for you guys and send it to you guys after. But and I don't know what the person I saw was a 49ers fan, so you could be a little bit biased. But if unless my eyes, were fooling me, there was I think it was fourth quarter or overtime, I can't remember, but Patrick Mahomes had gotten the ball to Travis Kelce, and then I think he had ran the ball and they had tackled him or they threw him out of bounds or something. And it should have been like second and something. And he actually got a first down. So he actually got an extra first down that the Chiefs did not deserve.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm going to have to send you guys that video.
Yeah,
send me that.
Yeah, because it was pretty interesting to say the least. I was like, okay, I mean, it's plausible.
Well,
I was gonna say most of the game, the officiating actually wasn't that bad from what I saw. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
It wasn't as bad as the Super Bowl the year before. I will definitely give you
a
that.
million
Yeah.
percent.
I
Yeah,
definitely feel like the Super Bowl against the Eagles was definitely like was pretty bad.
that was awful. Yeah.
But there's also the videos circulating too of like for instance, like that. I think it was overtime that play where Fred Warner blitzed up the middle and just got like his whole entire top of
Really?
his jersey pulled into the ground and stuff. It's a little thing. It's like the Patriots 10 years ago. Like that, or like LeBron James or Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? Like,
Damn.
you're not gonna get a call against,
That's
Patrick Mahomes.
That's true.
I want to go back. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna go on a little rabbit trail that didn't need to be going down.
Okay. I just wanted to briefly go back on the topic where we talk about the Niners kicker. I don't think he deserves as much blame as people is giving him. I think he did a good job actually with nailing first off setting up the Super Bowl record with the longest field goal made, and then just nailing both 50 plus yard field goals. And the extra point was bad luck. I will say he did kick. It did seem like he kicked that a bit low, but still, it's like if he were to kick that any higher, it was still probably going to have a good chance of still getting blocked. I don't know. That's just maybe just me, but I don't think that was entirely his fault.
For reference, guys, it was the fourth quarter with 1 minute and about 50-something seconds left. Patrick Mahomes throws to Travis Kelce, and if you look at where Travis Kelce is, it should be a second down. However, they repeat it and give him a first down. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at the line, and it actually shows a line of scrimmage where Patrick Mahomes runs out, and he runs out before the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
So I just check your DMs on Instagram. I just sent you guys that. Hopefully you guys can see it. It was on somebody's story. If not, I screen recorded the story and I'll send it to you guys. But it is pretty interesting. I mean,
yeah.
So someone points it out, and they did get an extra down on that last drive in the fourth quarter. So, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I read a stat earlier today where I was like Patrick Mahomes is the only person in Super Bowl or NFL history to have 3 10-plus point comebacks in the Super Bowl.
He's different.
That's insane.
I mean, that's why I'm sorry, Ben, but that's for reasons like that last drive is exactly why I cannot bet against Patrick Mahomes until proven otherwise. But for that was like the perfect example, because just when everything is on the line, bro is going to find a way to win. He was looking like how Lamar Jackson should have been looking all AFC Championship game. When it was time to use your legs, run, break out the pocket, run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was looking more like Lamar than Lamar was, in my opinion. I was like, okay, what a great time to use your legs. 4-1 shotgun. I knew he was gonna run it. Because I sound silly, but I do the same thing in Madden. 4-1. I'm not letting that go. Not with the game on the line.
I know. And Nick Bosa not maintaining his responsibility and just crashing down the line like that, give him wide open lane to run for a first down.
You know what I'm saying? And he did have, at a certain point, they put a spy on him, but it's still they couldn't do anything. And I mean, Travis Kelce too. Travis Kelce caught the ball and ran for 15, 20 yards. I mean, he was looking like Usain Bolt out there. He was moving. I was like, boy, move like that. I'm just looking at these guys. I'm like, yo, they understood what the moment was, and they understood what they needed to do. It didn't matter about pretty lick. They just needed to find a way to win the game. And that's what they did. And if you are a 49ers fan, you must be so sick. Your coach, who is notoriously known, what did I tell you guys? What did I just post a video about on my Instagram? What did I tell you guys last week? Kyle Shanahan's legacy was on the line. And what is Kyle Shanahan's legacy? It's choking, man. Choking. When you were up and having the lead 4 times. 3 as an offensive coordinator, 4 as a head coach. You blow it. You're not I can't even call you an elite coach at this point. I'm sorry. You're a great play caller. You are I will give you, I don't want to say genius, but you are a great offensive play caller. But when it comes to winning the game, I'm sorry, bro. You don't know how to do that. You can't
Yeah.
close. It's like